What if many of your adult habits, fears, relationship struggles, and even your confidence were being shaped before you turned 7 years old? Meet Ethan. At 6 years old, he became afraid of making mistakes. Today, as an adult, that same echo influences how he handles challenges at work. Today, we explore the science of who you are and how your earliest years laid the foundation for the person you've become. And one surprising childhood experience influences adult personality more than most people realize. We'll uncover it shortly. Personality isn't created overnight. It develops gradually through thousands of experiences, conversations, and emotions. Every interaction leaves tiny fingerprints on the developing brain, which continues major development well into the mid-20s. The child who is encouraged after failure, the child who is ignored when upset, the child who is praised only for results. Each of these moments builds a different internal map. Have you ever noticed a childhood lesson still influencing your life today? Structures like the amygdala help process emotional experiences, while the prefrontal cortex gradually develops skills like self-control and decision-making. Science shows that children learn emotional regulation primarily through repeated interactions with their caregivers. During childhood, the brain is constantly collecting information to answer vital questions. Am I safe? Am I loved? Do I matter? And what happens when I fail? One of the strongest influences is attachment, the emotional bond between children and caregivers. But here's the part most parents never hear. These bonds shape our future relationships. However, neurodevelopmental conditions like ADHD and autism can also influence behavior and personality development. When children feel secure, they are more likely to develop trust. Although many factors, including genetics and temperament, also play a major role. Even siblings raised in the same home may develop different personalities because children are born with different temperaments. Children gradually create an internal story about who they are. These self-beliefs often become self-fulfilling expectations. In fact, children begin forming these vital self-concepts as early as their preschool years. This brings us back to Ethan. When Ethan received support after a mistake, he slowly began to build resilience. He learned that I can figure things out. That childhood lesson became a powerful adult trait. Support plus challenge equals growth. But here is the most hopeful part. Childhood is one influence, but your personality continues evolving throughout life. This is neuroplasticity. The brain remains capable of forming new connections throughout life, although change often requires repeated effort and practice. New patterns can be built, confidence can be learned, fear can be overcome. Your brain is always capable of growth. If you're a parent, remember, small daily moments matter. Parents watching, what quality do you hope your child carries into adulthood? Fact card: supportive relationships are among the strongest predictors of resilience. Listening and empathy help shape extraordinary futures. Pause and ask yourself, what's one lesson from childhood you still carry today? Acknowledging it is the first step toward growth. Here at Learn with Adeesha, we explore the science behind the human brain. Stay curious, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of small moments. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical or mental health advice. If you have concerns, please consult a qualified professional.